3 points made in the game.
Three.
Dates back to Mount Horeb versus Louisville in 1995.
Somebody tied it or what?
Tied it.
Reedsville, Mount Horeb,
It's in there.
Mount Horeb it was? Yeah.
1995.
Mount Horeb, Louisville. Team of 8 or 17.
Like tonight.
Yep.
Tied at D3.
Try to put up one more. Got to be thinking about those records late in the game. When the game's over, it's all about records.
That's right. They hit a couple in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I'm not going to shut up.
Yeah, I might. Maybe it's just I gotta get that.
Yeah.
Early stuff.
5 of 8 in the second half.
It's a useful shot when it goes in.
Makes you a lot better, too.
Yeah. You miss it, though. Yeah.
Fires a 3. No. Yeah. That was sort of nailed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
It's sort of like a double play. But it's just a
Mhm.
rally count.
Oh, it is.
You're not in something that says you're going to play.
Yep. Coming back and then boom. Yeah. I thought Peter made that happen.
Yeah, I looked at the 6 minutes she was out for that gap, and they didn't do too bad either.
No.
No, they did.
The problem is when you fall behind in the fourth quarter, you start playing different sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of times they do it before they need to.
Yeah, exactly.
They get 3 minutes and they're running the ball
Yep.
up and doing something different. And you look at the score, unless you're not down by 12. We're doing the same drills we did yesterday.
Cheers, it's awkward.
Respond to the question.
Got it.
Coach, congratulations on your state title.
Thank you very much. Can we talk?
I know what that's like. I'm a little hoarse myself, but can you give us your thoughts about the game in general, and then we'll ask for more specific questions from the media. Go ahead with your comment, please.
Well, I knew coming into this game it was going to be tough. I mean, they had a physical team, and they were a little bit taller than us in some positions, so we knew we really had to play with a lot of heart and make up the difference with our heart and hustle, and that's exactly what the kids did for us.
All right. Let's take some questions. Tim.
Nicole, how much better does this feel than last year? Runner-up, now you're state champs.
It feels great. It's an honor to bring home a gold ball this year. Coming home last year, we knew that we'd have to work a lot harder this year and be a lot more motivated. And it's just the thrill. It's just awesome.
Yeah, it feels amazing. You know, I look up to the seniors, and they're always there for me to keep me going, and it's going to be a tough one without them next year.
For both you, Jill and Nicole, talk about the three-point shooting today. 4 threes for you, Jill, and 3 for you, Nicole. Kind of keyed your offense. Just talk about shooting here, because you girls seem to like it.
Well, in the beginning, I wasn't hitting anything, and my mom and Jill always pushed me and told me to keep shooting. So in the second half, I prevailed, and I never gave up on my shot. My confidence stayed up there, and that's what happens when you keep your confidence up.
Yeah, I agree. I was on her butt about keep shooting, and I knew they would go in, and they were going to cover me tough the second half, but then she came out and sunk them.
Nicole, could you just look back on the emotions you were feeling after last year's title game, and did those cross your mind at all entering the fourth this time around?
Yes, they actually crossed my mind before I came down to Madison. I actually watched the Altoona game just to remind myself that I never wanted to feel like that again. So coming into the fourth quarter, it was tied, wasn't it? 30-30?
Yep.
We knew that we'd have to pick up our defense a notch, pick up our offense a notch, and just take care of the ball.
Hey, look, you talk about your post defense down low. Verveldi had very few touches for Oostburg 44.
We really stressed a person without the ball to really look behind him to see what they were trying to develop in the post area to make sure that we were collapsing and helping our post play as much as possible. We also stressed that we keep pressure on the ball and hands up, and so their vision wasn't as good to see the post players.
Coach, we saw a lot of emotion. Yeah, proud of you as the clock hit zero. Can you just kind of walk us through kind of what went through your mind as the clock hit zero and you got the goal ball?
I don't know what hit me there. I just got overwhelmed, and I just what a perfect ending to have my daughter sitting on the left side of me, and she's a senior, and to have her go out this way, and it's something that we talked about a lot, and I just thought, you know what, we finally did it. And like I said, I was just so happy for the girls. I love these kids. They have worked so hard for me, and they deserve every bit of it.
Lynn, all the years I've interviewed you, you always talked about the journey and enjoying it. Just talk about completing not just a high school journey, but really a journey since third grade for a lot of these girls and you.
You know, when we were in third grade and we started a tournament team, we always make sure that after every tournament we had some type of social event for our players to let them know that, you know, work hard on the floor and work even harder at having fun. So we always said there's more to life to basketball, but when you have an opportunity like we had, a second chance from last year to be able to come one more time and be this blessed, not many people get second chances. I have a friend that's battling cancer right now, and she might not get a second chance. And I told the girls to savor this moment and get the most out of it that they can, because this day might never come again.
Was there any part of you when, you know, at the end of the game, obviously emotional, or kind of when you had it in there at the last 30 seconds where you look back and you look at the court and you didn't see the girls as they are, you kind of flash back to when you were in third grade and just thought about them dribbling and shooting for the first time?
Yeah, I had to have a lot of patience in those days, but it was well worth it. I certainly do. Just a couple weeks ago, the junior class put on a senior night for the girls at my house, and they put together this awesome video. You'd have to see it to believe it. On every one of these girls, every one of these seniors, from when they grew up and from where they are now. And this girl sitting on my right here is actually one of my daughter's best friends, being a junior, and she actually invaded our house just to make a secret song for Nicole in that video, and it was one of the funniest things, but one of the most emotional things I've ever seen anybody go through.
On that second three-pointer you made in the fourth quarter, you came off a double screen. Was that a play you guys run most of the season?
Oh, God, I don't even remember.
Circle.
Circle. Yep, that was an inbound play that we run, so it was a set play. And I don't know, it was just there was so much adrenaline flying. You just get the ball and you shoot it every chance you get.
Is that a little bit deeper than you usually set up for that shot?
I don't even remember.
I can answer that. Yes, that's a Jilly Kleiman shot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she usually takes the long ones. I just stay within the line, so.
Nicole and Jill, just going back to when you came into high school and you looked up at those banners, and it's been a while since, you know, conference titles for a lot of girls' sports. Just talk about winning the first state championship in school history in any sport for girls' athletics.
I'll go. It feels great, you know, having the girls to step up finally. The boys always have their glory, but we finally showed Kiwani that girls can play ball.
Yeah, and when that group was coming up, us seniors knew that it was going to be special because they had a lot of talent. We had a lot of talent, and putting that together and playing like we did with our unity, it's hard to stop us, as you could see today.
Seeing no other questions, thank you for coming in.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Coach, it was a great season. Probably didn't end up the way you envisioned it when you started the day, but can you give us your thoughts about the game as it progressed, and then we'll open it up for some questions from the media. Go ahead, please.
Sure. I think there's one stat in there that I just glanced at, and it's the 17 offensive boards that we gave up. But we knew it was going to be an evenly balanced battle all day long, and it was. You know, you're tied up going into the fourth quarter. It's anybody's game at that point in time, and they just, in my mind, did one thing better than we did, and it hurt us in the long run. But like you said, great season, and we couldn't really ask for much more.
All right, I'd like to open it up for questions.
Coach, you just referenced the offensive rebounds yesterday against East Troy. You guys really used your size and dominated inside. Today you gave up 20 second chance points. You feel like that was the difference in the game?
Yep. Yeah, that would be it. You know, size-wise, we matched up with them pretty evenly today. I think it was physicalness that they were just a little bit more willing to battle a little bit harder on the inside than we were. Jolie Verveldi came in and helped us out a little bit, but what she did for us wasn't quite enough. So I would definitely say that that's where they won the game.
Also, I mean, you held them to, I think, 30.9%. I see field goals. Normally, you know, it's a pretty good number. You'd feel good about, you know, you'd take the win usually. I guess kind of what was the difference there?
Well, I mean, like when you fight that hard on defense, and then you give them another shot to try to score, and then you fight again, and then you give them another chance. It's tough to keep playing when that stuff happens. You know, our defense stems our offense a lot, and when our defense works their tails off, and then they don't end up with the ball in the end, you know, it just deflates them a little bit, and that definitely deflated us on the offensive end as well, and didn't allow us to get in our offensive rhythm. And in the third quarter, when we made our push, things were happening on the defensive end of the floor. We weren't giving them very good looks. We got a few steals. You know, we got a few fast breaks. And unfortunately, that only lasted for about 3 minutes versus the 32 that it could have.
Hi, could you comment on the journey to get here? I don't think you guys have lost since early December, so it was a heck of a run to get here. Also, just on the program overall, I mean, outstanding program. I think the last 10 years you have been down here. So just comment on the strength of the program and the journey here.
Sure. Well, the program in general, it started with Tom DePactor's been there forever before I was, and I mean, he's just he's a legend. He obviously got the thing going, and the tradition has just continued on. The program, it's solid. We got kids that are excited to play. The kid sitting next to me is definitely a gym rat, and I'm hoping there's some younger ones that have watched her through these last 3 years and are going to follow suit as she did. You know, this year, everybody talks about our tough schedule and stuff like that. You know, and we had girls that came off of a state volleyball championship, and it was tough to get going, especially after a couple of losses. But you know, you just give that terrible end of the year speech. But you know, I talked about how they're awesome for buying in and continuing to fight through, and that's just kind of what Oostburg's all about. When you knock them down, they don't stay down very long, and you know, the program. I'm just lucky to be a part of it.
Yeah, just playing like this year, it was awesome, and like Coach said, our tough schedule helped us out a lot, and we just bought into the things she asked us to, and it got us down here. And every game, like playing with your best friends, there couldn't have been anything more to ask for.
Any other questions?
Thank you.